Today, voice crack, that's embarrassing. I'm here to talk about why the Carolina Panthers, will win the NFC South in 2021. And before I go into all the reasons why, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've already received. And with that, it's really important that we start with saying, I know the Panthers are in the same division as the defending Super Bowl champions. I understand that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're a good team. This is not an indictment on them in any way. This is more of an indictment on the fact that, honestly, this Panthers team is coming together. When we talk about all the different things they have, we talk about Christian McCaffrey, the trade for Sam Darnold. And this is the main reason why I'm making this video, is that Sam Darnold trade, is which we've covered at length over the last couple of weeks. But because they made that trade, I full-heartedly believe they will win the NFC South in 2021. Now, I do think it's going to come with a couple of ifs. Now, this obviously really depends a lot on Tom Brady. He's still got it. I understand that. And if the Panthers don't win, it's going to be because of the Buccaneers. However, I full-heartedly believe that based on the talent that they have, both at the wide receiver position, at the quarterback position, at basically every position that they have, the Panthers are at least in the conversation for being on the same level as the Buccaneers, if not a better team. Now, again, there is a couple things you have to consider with this. Christian McCaffrey, I think the Panthers, off the top of my head, went 5-11 or 6-10 last year. It doesn't even matter because Christian McCaffrey, and quite frankly, I truly think that he is, if he plays, this team is not only a possibly 9-7, 10-6 team. They are in the contention for going against the Buccaneers, and I think potentially being in the playoffs for an extended period of time. Now, another thing. Now that they traded for Sam Darnold, this takes one of their biggest needs off the board that there were probably a lot of people were going in that they needed. Now, Teddy Bridgewater, I love Teddy Bridgewater, a guy that you really respect as a fan. And at the end of the day, the Panthers are, in every sense of the word, a dark horse playoff team, and it all starts with a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, who I have said from the beginning is a great stopgap quarterback, but he is not a franchise quarterback. You talk about guys, even though you guys, the Panthers rather, were 5-10 or 6-10 or whatever it was, 5-11, they still had two 1,000-yard receivers. They had Christian McCaffrey, who was on the sideline, and they did it all with Teddy Bridgewater as their quarterback. And at a young and ascending defense that's taking care of business, led by the electrifying rookie Jeremy Chin, who scored 2 touchdowns against the Vikings, something I'll never, ever forget, was actually really impressive. Now, I'm going to quit saying now, first of all. Secondly, the Panthers, to me, now that they addressed, because they addressed the quarterback position, I think that frees them up to do so much more throughout the draft. I think you can go out, if you really want another wide receiver, even though I don't particularly think that the Panthers need it. I think Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore are two of the best wide receivers, or at least in the conversation. I would say they're both easily top 20 receivers. Robbie Anderson, more that deep threat, speedy guy who's got good hands. And then on the other hand, of course, DJ Moore, who has had back-to-back seasons of having over 1,000 yards in his first 2 years in the NFL. Averaged over 18 yards a catch last year. Honestly, I think he is certainly on his way. So with all of this, the Panthers are not only on their way, but because they addressed the quarterback position already before the draft, it frees them up to do so much more. I mean, you could talk about, they could go out and get Kyle Pitts now. They could trade up if they wanted to get Jamar Chase. They could really do a whole lot of damage here with a lot of different options. They could trade down and get Rashad Bateman. It really doesn't matter because from top to bottom, this team is looking dangerous, whether it's offensively, defensively. It does not matter because the Carolina Panthers are a for-real team right now. And I think that, especially because, once again, they address the quarterback position, they could go Kyle Pitts. They could go, it really doesn't matter. Even if they wanted to trade down, get a guy like Jason Horn to address that cornerback position. But there's not a whole lot of other needs I see for this team right now. And you can always strengthen positions, groups like your offensive line, understandably. Yes, totally understand it. But at the end of the day, because of the fact that they address the quarterback position, because of the fact that they've already got a plethora of talent on the defensive side of the football, and because of the fact that they have Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, the list goes on. If they can get Kyle Pitts, wow. I personally think they might have one of the best weapon groups in the entire NFL. Now, their defense is still solid. I mean, we talk about Shaq Thompson, Jeremy Chin, Brian Burns, who had 9 sacks last year. This is a team that is on the fringe, and I think it's going to be very fun to watch if you're a Carolina Panthers fan. Derek Brown, I think he's going to really explode in year 2 and really be a fun defensive tackle to watch. Overall, it is going to be a very interesting season if you're a Carolina Panthers fan. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below for the bold takes, for all takes really, but maybe a little bit of a bold one in this one. But once again, like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. We deeply appreciate all the love that we've gotten. Also, make sure that you guys subscribe to iTunes. Check out our website at the sportsbp.com, and follow us on all social media at the Sports BP. Without further ado, have a great night.